Hello and welcome to my new video. This is Speedball on the Commodore 64 plug and play device. This game was originally coded by the Bitmap brothers, and I had this game on, I didn't actually have it on the Commodore 64 if I remember correctly. I think I had this on the Sega Master System. I'm pretty sure I did. I had Speedball 2 on the Amiga, but I'm pretty certain I had this on the Master System. And I really love this game. Very simple concept. It's sort of a futuristic sports game, bit similar to football, I guess, or soccer if you're an American. And it's very sort of simple and straightforward. The objective is to score goals. There are power-ups that litter the arena. I haven't got a clue what they do. I've run over a few of them, but I'm not too sure what they do. I don't know if they give you more energy or more power. And it is a very enjoyable game. Once you get to grips with the controls in the sort of early levels of the game, scoring becomes quite easy. It's just a question of sort of jinking round the keeper. The hard bit tends to be actually getting to the goal, which again, I mean, quite often, as you can see here, you can run quite a ways. You can tackle, and there you go. I mean, that's how easy you can score, but bear in mind this is like the first level or the first stage of a tournament. It's a pretty simple and straightforward game, and that's what I guess makes it kind of enjoyable. I think it took inspiration, although it's not identical, but it certainly seems to be inspired by the sort of 1970s film Rollerball that had James Caan in it. Although, this is not very much like the sport they were playing in Rollerball. It does sort of take some of its influence from there. And yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy it. As is the case with a lot of 8-bit games, there's very little variety in the graphics, but that really doesn't matter. The graphics that are here look good. Probably about as good as it was ever going to look, I think, on an 8-bit, or certainly on the Commodore 64. And yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy playing it. I think it's a good game. Just sort of drifting off topic for a moment, I have seemed to have found the source or the cause of why the video or the sound, the original soundtrack on my video, the soundtrack of the games themselves, is having issues of cutting out every few seconds. Now, when I recorded this video, I actually played it back on my video capture device before I did any saving, and it played back perfectly fine. The sound was perfect. It plays through the capture device perfect, and at the point of recording, it captures the device it captures on the device perfectly. It seems to be when I save. Now, I record these old videos using the Elgato video capture device for the Mac, because this has the that's the only capture device I have that has got the connections that I can hook the Commodore 64 DTV device through. And what seems to happen is when I save it, it saves it as an MP4. Now, as soon as I go to play it back through the MP4 format, that's when the sound issues occur. Now, I've had a quick look, and I don't know if I can save it as, change the file type that it saves as on the Elgato device. It certainly doesn't give me the option at the point of saving, so when I've completed the video and I want to save it, it certainly doesn't give me the option to to change the file type, and that's a bit of a menace because there might be a way I can do it, but it seems that it's going to create a problem with every video that I capture. And the only alternative is to do the sort of old point the camera at the screen, but in the room that I have everything set up, it's like a south facing window and I get light issues. Although it's a HD TV and therefore it's not a reflective screen as such, it's an LCD screen, it does still pick up light and it plays havoc. I mean, if you look at some of the very early videos on my channel, I recorded those videos using the technique of just pointing the camera at the screen, and you can see it does affect it. There is some glare that still comes on there, and it means recording at night, and that's not ideal for me because I like to play on my Xbox and I like to play on my PS3, and you know, during the day is an ideal opportunity for me to record these. So I don't think it's too much of an issue because I don't think you can really hear the sound that clearly anyway over the voice commentary, but I would like to have had it better. You know, the Bulletstorm video that I did was using the same capture device, so I know it's not a fault with the capture device because the sound on that came through very, very clearly. So, I mean, if any of you out there know how to fix the problem, that'd be great. You know, drop a hint on the comments page in my on my video channel, or drop me an email. That would be really helpful. But as I say, I mean, I've not been able to find an obvious answer, and usually with me that means if I can't find an obvious answer, then I usually tend to not bother because I'm lazy. But anyway, going back to this, yeah, the main issue is I think the early games when you play in Speedball are too easy. I mean, I'm 9-2 up here, and this is the first time I've played this game in probably something like 15 years, 16 years. So that would be my major gripe, is that the playing in the earlier rounds is a tad too easy. I think that their goal kick, that was the most flukiest goal I think ever. I actually missed and it hit one of the reflecting domes, or deflecting domes as it were, and flew into the goal. I seem to recall Speedball 2 being a lot more difficult than this. I mean, sometimes you can actually throw the ball. Well, I'm assuming you're throwing the ball. Yeah, you are, because it looks like it's in the hand. And the goalkeeper, it literally will be a millimetre to the side of the goalkeeper or goaltender or whatever the hell they are. And they won't even move, which is a bit of a pain. But, you know, at least it gets you into it. I mean, I didn't play that many games of this just for the purposes of doing this video, but I know it does get more difficult. Excuse me, it gets more difficult as the games go on. So at least it breaks you into it nicely before it slaps you with a much tougher difficulty setting. Well, it certainly did on the Master System, I'm pretty sure of that. I don't seem to recall being able to glide through all of the games as easily as I am doing here, and you know, I'm sure there was a bit more of a challenge. So yeah, that's Speedball on the Commodore 64 DTV plug and play device. Now, what's this here? Bribe ref. That sounds like a good thing. Let's have a go at that. I think those things you pick up are like credits which enable you to do various nefarious things in the next game. Let's see. Yeah, this is the next round. Yeah, I appear to be already starting with a goal up in the next game, so that worked. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching this video, and please stay tuned to this channel and watch the next videos. Thanks.